Hey everyone! In another video, I talked about generating long videos using Wan 2.2 and the WanGP tool. However, the long videos I created in that tutorial had a major issue, which is motion inconsistency. Now, that issue has been solved by about 80 to 90% with the help of SVI 2 Pro. So in this video, let's see how we can use SVI 2 Pro with Wan 2.2 inside the WanGP tool. So let's get started. To speed up the generation process, I'll also be using Lightning Loras. I've placed the download link for these in the description. If you want to use them, make sure to download both the high noise and low noise SAFA files and place them inside the Loras folder in WanGP. Let me show you exactly where those files go. First, open your WanGP folder. I'm using the portable version here. Open the Wan 2.2 folder, then the Loras folder. And finally, find the folder named Wan. This is where you need to paste the downloaded Loras. I've already placed the files, so let's switch to the WanGP tool and get started. If you place the Loras in the folder while the WanGP tool was already running, I suggest using the refresh button. After refreshing, let's choose Wan 2.2 in the model selection option. Then, make sure the second option has image 2 video 14B selected. For the third option, select SVI 2 Pro. You can also use SVI 2 Pro with the enhanced lighting V2 model, but for right now, I'm going to use SVI 2 Pro with the base model. To speed up generation, the WanGP tool provides some presets. You can use these presets, which will automatically download the Lightning Loras on the first use. There is an 8 steps preset for solving the slow motion effect when using Lightning Loras, but the generation will be slower. Instead, we can use another option for solving the slow motion effect, which I will show you later. For right now, I'm going to set the settings manually, so I am not going to choose any preset. Since we are going to create a video from an image, let's make sure Start Video with Image is selected. Then, under Images as starting points for new videos, let's click on Drop Media here. I'm going to choose this image of a 3D character, so we are going to animate the character from this image, and my script is as follows. The woman is writing something, then suddenly looks at the window. After that, she resumes writing. First, we are going to generate a 10-second video of her writing and looking at the window. Then, we will extend that video by 5 seconds to show her resuming her writing. For now, let's focus on generating the initial 10-second video. After choosing the initial image, there is an option for an anchor image, which can also help maintain consistency in longer generations. However, we don't need it for this specific part, so let's keep it set to no anchor image. Next, in the prompts field, we will type out the animation we want. When writing prompts for Wan 2.2 image to video, this is how I usually structure them. First, I describe the main subject's movement, followed by the type of camera movement I want. I've already written a perfect prompt, so let's copy that from Notepad and paste it into the prompts field. My prompt goes like this. A 3D Pixar-style character writes on paper, hears a noise, pauses, and turns to look toward the window as the camera slowly dollies in. Now, let's choose the category. Wan 2.2 supports 720p resolution videos, but since my computer can't handle that, I will be using 480p resolution. For the resolution budget, I'll select the 16:9 landscape format. If you are using a square resolution, you can choose 720x720 or 512x512, or if you're using portrait, you can choose 480x832. I'm going to stick with 832x480. For the number of frames, I'll use 161, which will give us a video of about 10 seconds. Finally, for the number of inference steps, I'll use 4. For higher quality, you can use 5, 6, or 7, but remember that as the steps increase, the generation time will also increase. Next, let's enter advanced mode. For the guidance phases, I'm going to use 2 phases. We'll leave the guidance switch threshold as it is. For guidance 1, let's set it to 1, and for guidance 2, we'll also set it to 1. The sampler will be uni-PC, and for the shift scale, we'll keep it at 5. Now, let's go into the Loras tab. Under Activated Loras, select the High Noise Lora and Low Noise Lora in that order. In the Loras Multipliers field, type 1:0, followed by a space, and then type 0:1. There is a step skipping option available to speed up generation, but I'm going to skip that for now. In the post-processing section, we have the temporal upsampling option for doubling frames. As you know, Wan 2.2 only generates 16 FPS videos, so you can use this option to double the frame count. WanGP uses Rife for this process, so if you want to increase your FPS, feel free to enable it. I'll be skipping it for this time. Next, let's head over to the quality option. Scroll down until you see Accelerate Motion, which is an experimental feature. If you want to reduce the slow motion effect when using lightning Loras, just increase the motion amplitude. I suggest experimenting with this to see what works best for you, but for now, I'm going to set it to the maximum. Finally, let's go to the sliding window tab. I'll be using a sliding window size of 81. To reduce color shift when generating long videos, you can use the color correction strength option. It sometimes gives great results, so I'm going to set that to the maximum as well. Now we are ready to start. Let's scroll up, click the Generate button, and wait for the result. The generation is complete, so let's take a look at the result. As you can see, the video looks really good, and you won't notice any motion inconsistency. Remember, this video is about 10 seconds long. WanGP doesn't generate a 10-second video all at once. Instead, it generates it in segments and then combines them together after the final segment is finished. Despite that process, the motion remains perfectly consistent. Now, let's extend this video by another 5 seconds. To do that, let's click on Continue Last Video. According to the script, she now needs to focus back on her writing. However, there is a minor problem. Her head is rotated in the last frame. When we try to extend the video from that position, her facial features might change or drift. To make sure her face looks exactly the same as it did at the beginning of the video, we are going to use an anchor image. Change the option from No Anchor Image to Anchor Images for each window. For the anchor image itself, I'm going to use the same initial image I used to generate the first video. There is an automatic removal of background option here, but I don't think it's working properly yet, so let's leave that as it is. Now, let's update the prompt. I've already written a beautiful one, so I'll copy and paste it into the prompts field. For the number of frames, I'm going to use 81, which will give us a 5-second extension. I'll keep all the other settings the same as before. Let's scroll up, click the Generate button, and start the extension. The generation is finished, so let's play the video. Now, there are some minor distortions outside the window, and I think the motion is slightly slow, but we can easily fix that by increasing the speed in a video editor. However, when it comes to motion consistency, I think the result is very good. Now, what about extending a real-life video? This is also possible, so let's see how to do it. First, click on the Continue Video option. Under Video to continue, let's click on Click to Upload and let's choose this video of a woman with a flower. As you can see in the original clip, she is just holding the flower. Now, let's make her smell it. For this one, I'm going to change the anchor image option to none. In the prompts field, let's update the current prompt. I've already written a simple one, so I'll copy it from Notepad and paste it into the positive prompt field. The prompt is as follows. A woman gently smells a flower as the camera slowly pulls in. For the resolution, I'm going to choose 9:16. Then the number of frames, I'll use 81 frames, which, like before, will give us a 5-second extension. For all other options, we will keep the previous values. Now, let's scroll up, click the Generate button, and wait for the result. As always, the generation is complete. Let's take a look. As you can see, the result is really impressive. It's actually quite hard to spot where the original video ends and the extension begins. Using this method, you can create much better long-form videos. I highly recommend trying out the new SVI 2 Pro feature yourself, and let me know what you think of the results in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.